Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're diving into the demo of Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. The demo is short but packed with interesting features. I'll be breaking down some of the new mechanics, quality of life improvements and the weird little tweaks that they made to make the game fun. Let's get into this. This game makes its return to real-time action-based combat instead of the turn-based battles in the previous title, essentially making it like a Dragon Gaiden 2. Honestly, I prefer this action-based combat for characters like Kiryu and Majima, since they're the OGs. I gotta say, I am intrigued with how the story will develop with Majima, but I'm not here to talk about that, so let's get straight to the combat. The new fighting style is incredibly effective. You can throw your swords at the enemies, resulting in dealing constant AoE damage to a large group of enemies, thus enhancing a new layer of strategy within the combat, as you can seamlessly switch between Sea Dog and Mad Dog style with ease without interrupting the flow. Thanks to the new addition of the Grappling Hook, you can now launch yourself towards enemies. Because of that, now you can reach your enemies quicker without having to actually run towards them. You can just grapple towards them and then deal with them on the spot, making combat way faster and more dynamic. Oh, did you notice you can also jump, making it so they can do combos mid-air? This Sea Dog fighting style gives you some serious Spider-Man energy, and that's a good thing because the combat in that game is amazing. But not only that, you can use the Grappling Hook outside of combat. You can use it to gather resources in the open world sandbox. For example, you can use it to grapple up the fruit from the pineapple trees. This is already a huge improvement from the previous version of Like a Dragon, that being infinite wealth. Since before playing as Ichiban or Kiryu, you had to shake the pineapple tree to gather the fruit, and that was frustrating since you'd be locked into an animation, causing you to lose control of your character. It also sometimes led you to a random encounter with an enemy that would force you to fight them, and that can get real annoying real quick, but that's just my opinion. Either way, this small change has made a huge difference, because now you have full control over your character and where you can actually move your grappling hook. You can also grab butterflies from the environment, but not that, you can use it also to grapple onto ledges and get up there, thus allowing you to find secrets and hidden areas for better items, I'm assuming. Well, I hope so. It does seem to be predefined areas though that you can grapple up to. Since this is just a demo, certain areas are locked and inaccessible unless you have the full retail version, which is understandable. From the map you can see the areas that are cornered off, and when you try to approach, you're met with a simple red barrier. However, when in Madlantis, an NPC physically blocks off the area you're not meant to access in the demo version. When swimming at the beach, you can now catch fish instead of collecting trash. I guess Majima isn't really interested in cleaning up the ocean, he'd much rather scour the sea for fish. Based. Next up, entering Survive is now seamless. No more loading screens. It's a great quality of life improvement, but the random shops, still, why are they blocked off by a standing NPC in the way? Surely they could have just made it open so we can browse for the items inside the store rather than talking to the NPC outside the store. It's just a shame that they didn't implement that, because it just looks so lazy having an NPC block the entrance, in my opinion. Speaking of Survive, there are only 3 karaoke songs in this demo, and let me tell you, they're pretty enjoyable, even for the casual run. Makes me wonder just how wild the passionate version will be. Definitely looking forward to seeing the full lineup in the full retail version. You can now change outfits at the top of the Survive bar, the same place Ichiban usually hangs out. This is definitely more convenient than Aloe Happy Tours, but I do wonder if there'll be multiple locations to change your outfit rather than just being limited to Survive. Like, you know, having a changing location in the Madlantis area or on your pirate ship, or maybe even on the island they teased in the trailer. That being said, the location is quite favourable, considering that in Like a Dragon Gaiden, the only way to change outfits was going to the castle. You couldn't do it in Sotenbori. The customization option seems so cool so far. Though the demo keeps things limited, it feels similar to Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, so I'm hoping we get some wild and wacky outfits in the full game. You can also customize the pet Goro, which is absolutely adorable. Ah, look at him. It seems like Goro Majima has access to the Honolulu City PD's database to hunt down bounties. How? No idea, but I'm sure the full game story will explain it. More importantly, I think it's cool as it adds more to the open world, essentially introducing mini-bosses. You can track them down using the map, and once you defeat them you can collect their booty. But not only that, I'm assuming you can also level up your character and make yourself stronger. Now, let's talk about the Segway. Some solid updates here. You can now emote while riding, which can help you fill up your buddy list quite quickly, as in the previous installment you had to actually get off your Segway just to emote. The animation for getting on is now more energetic, as you hop on instead of having to step on. It seems much more quicker than the previous version, that being Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Enemy aggression no longer immediately forces you off. If they aggro, you can choose to battle them, but if you get off near the aggressive enemies, you cannot get back on, unless you lose them or beat them. And I have to wonder, are there any heat actions tied to the Segway? Because right now, if an enemy grabs you, you're getting pulled off. The Segway hasn't just come with quality of life improvements, it now comes with customization options to make it your own. You can add a flag, change the handle, install a side cover, and even customize the color of the light. Now you can truly ride in style. The open world music player introduced in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth has received some great improvements. In this demo of Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, you can now fast forward a song just by holding down the button. No more having to replay the track just to get back to the specific part you want. Truly, that was annoying. Additionally, the game now remembers to resume the song after you finish interacting with an object or completing a random encounter. These changes make the music player more user-friendly and immersive. Now just imagine if RGG allowed us to import our own soundtrack music in, that'd be amazing, just like Self Radio from GTA. But I digress. Now let's talk about Madlantis. The Colosseum is back, but this time it's set in a brand new fitting location, a massive ship graveyard hidden within a cave. This new setting adds an extra layer of atmosphere and adventure to the battles. I do believe they did say in the retail version of the game you'd be able to engage in ship combat on the open seas, but for now you're only limited to the Colosseum in this demo. But before entering the Colosseum, you're forced into a scripted fight sequence. Honestly, this method of starting battles is starting to get stale. It's always obvious when things are about to escalate. It disturbs the gameplay flow, forcing you to a static dialogue confrontation before combat even begins. I just think RGG could improve upon this combat engagement by making things more physical rather than verbal. Like, I don't know, making the confrontation start off with a shoulder shrug, thus causing the enemies to start attacking you and you ready to fight instantly. It would just make things more organic rather than being predictable, since then you won't know when a fight would just kick off. You can just have the dialogue play through the combat, so therefore you don't have to sit through a dialogue cutscene. Okay, so what's really exciting about the ship combat is that it's been integrated within the Colosseum battles. Instead of just the traditional cage matches or the team battle fights, you now have to navigate and fight on ships. The gameplay feels somewhat similar to Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but with a more arcade-like twist. At first it seems a bit complex, but once you get a hang of it, it's straightforward. I can't wait to use the OP pre-ordered characters to make my life easier, since I don't want to grind endlessly. What's cool about the pirate ships is that you actually have to roam around it, making repairs, using smoke bombs to hide yourself, extinguishing fires, helping up crewmates. You can grapple up to the high deck. You can even use a rocket launcher. You just have to make sure you dodge cannon fire, flamethrowers, and return back heavy artillery. You'll need to strategically attack enemy ships, weaken them, and then board them for direct combat. Once on board, you'll battle the enemy crew and their captain in close quarter combat. Defeating them secures your victory, and of course, some valuable rewards. It's a fresh take on the Colosseum system, and I can't wait to see how it plays out in the full game. In this demo version, you can't set up your crew formation, so you're given a default selection with pre-level stats. You're also required to complete the practice matches before accessing the quick clash matches, which increases in difficulty with each star level. I'd have to say the third star match is quite challenging right after the practice match. I struggled to stay alive. This is likely due to the demo preset stats for your crew and pirate ship. You could try leveling up your squad if the demo allows it, but I highly doubt it. Even if you could, what's the point? The demo doesn't have a save feature. So that's a quick rundown of some of the new mechanics and changes in Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. What do you guys think? I personally hope I can easily 100% this game, just like the previous two installments, since I didn't expect those games to be so enjoyable and easy to complete. What I like to do when it comes to grinding in those video games is that I just complete them while multitasking, so therefore I can be productive and not waste valuable time. Oh yeah, you can experience the demo for yourself. Sega has released it for free on all platforms. You can try everything I did in this video and more. I have to say, I love how they release these demos to the public. It shows they're confident in their games. The download size is reasonable also, so it's not a hassle to install, only being 18.13 gigabytes on Steam. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.